Hello everyone, welcome to our show Creative World. I'm your host Shin Matsuba. We'll be introducing some amazing talented people, chatting with them in a one-on-one interview, hearing their stories, picking their brains, looking through the kaleidoscope of Creative World. Today's Creative World is music. Today's guest is an incredibly talented music producer and songwriter based right here in LA. His delicate yet catchy sound that he creates is highly evaluated, and he has earned over 90 number ones and 120 platinum records worldwide. His articles have been featured in the world-famous magazine, Billboard. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome her0ism. Hello, her0ism. Thank you very much for joining us today. How are you?
Good. How are you? Thank you for having me today.
Thank you. So first of all, I heard that you were working for a company in Japan before you fully immersed yourself into the music industry, right? So When did you decide to pursue music and what was the reason?
I had been working at Just Rock as a staff for 4 years after I graduated university. Just Rock is a kind of Japanese ASCAP, and my main job was collecting royalties from music users like karaoke box and live houses. Being able to learn about music copyright and collecting royalties was a really great experience. While working at Just Rock, some of my songs were already released, and one day I got a message from a listener that said, "I changed my mind on suiciding because of your song. I strongly felt music has power." Then I thought I should bet all my life for making music and creating something only I can. That was 2008.
Wow, that's great. So now you're successful, and I know you're producing Shahadi Wright Joseph, who played young Nala in The Lion King, right? Could you tell us a story of how you started producing her?
The trigger was a meeting with producer Impact, who founded Shahadi. When I was featured in the music streaming show called Pensado's Place, he was invited to the shooting studio by the host Dave Pensado. I figured that out later, but was very honored that Dave told him Japanese Max Martin will be the guest today, so you should come and see him. So we met there, we hit it off soon, and then produced Austin Mahon's single Perfect Beauty together. After a while, I got an offer to produce Shahadi together.
Wow, that's a fantastic connection you got. So then, next question is relating to the previous question. Could you tell us about her first single, Skin I'm In, and new song, Wallpaper? And what is worthwhile about producing an artist?
When we were finishing Skin I'm In, she was 14 years old, and just the timing, her voice changed. And right before flying to DC for recording, we decided to lower the key to take advantage of her low voice. I think that worked better to express the message of the song. I'm loving the Skin I'm In. Skin I'm In is a R&B song with mainly minor chords, so we wanted to release something more major and pop for like young listeners. We finished the Wallpaper's demo, and I had a chance to play it to my longtime friend who worked at Universal Music. He really enjoyed the song, and thanks to his hard work, we were able to release from Universal. Producing artists always very exciting and inspiring. Every artist has a special talent that I don't have. But one of the best moments is bringing out their new talent that they didn't even know. Of course, creating a hit song with them is rewarding.
That's great. Producing, I've never done it, but it sounds exciting. So, since you've been working not only in the Japanese music industry, but also foreign music industries, do you see any differences between Japan and other foreign markets?
Japan is more like duty, have to finish now, gotta keep on top of the deadline. It's definitely a good way, but sometimes it gets too much and people forget having fun with music. In LA, people feel the vibe, enjoy the moment. It's rare that artists or songwriters come on time. I had a session with Mr. Seiji Kameda from Tokyo at my studio, and he came 30 minutes before our session. This is kind of normal in Japan, but I was surprised when I opened the door and saw him already waiting. I'm becoming more Californian, but don't worry, I'm always on time when I go to sessions. Market-wise, Japanese artists tend to release songs more based on tie-ins such as TV commercials, drama, and movies. On the other hand, in foreign market, artists release what they want to sing. So there's more direct message from the artist, I think.
Next one is, I guess it's not easy to produce artists from many countries because, each one has come from different culture and different backgrounds. So is there anything you think is specifically important with producing artists from non-Japanese background?
I like to have enough time to make conversations before the sessions. Sometimes our first time to meet is the day of the session. We need to know about each other first. I used to bring unique Japanese souvenirs like Japanese chopsticks and matcha when touring Europe, and they loved it. That was also the best way to tell about Japanese culture too, I think.
So, great. Next question. What do you think is necessary to succeed internationally? Because you're apparently, successful in foreign countries, of course, so...
Yeah, I think the most important thing is to build a great relationship. Without it, I would have never gotten any number one. I never had an idea to be able to work with artists from South Africa, Greece, Romania, Korea, China, Sweden, Germany, Italy, India, and so on. And also, I would have never even came to here, LA. Always be thankful for the people around you and speak to anyone and everyone about what you want to do. There will always be someone who will help you.
So I believe a lot of great artists or songwriter and creators have their own signature method to create their own world or work. So what is your method to just write song?
When it comes to writing, some people like to prepare some track or something to get started. But I really like totally from scratch, nothing. Of course, I'm listening a lot music usually, so I have some idea in my mind. So I think that that's good enough to start. And then artists and other songwriter, producer will come to my studio and more let's see what happened today. So if they have a bad traffic, of course it's LA, and then they will bring maybe some bad episode, but some bad episode will turn out great song. That's what I like. So I would say start from scratch. That's my inspiration.
And looking for, you've been already successful, but looking for, let's say 5 years or even 10 years from now, where do you see yourself? What's your next step?
I always want to be a producer who can inspire artists, not only getting inspired by artists. 5 years, US Billboard Hot 100 number one, 10 years more number one. Just keep on dreaming no matter where you are, because that's the only way to make it true. That was the only way some of my dreams fortunately came true. My next goal is to get Grammys Song of the Year.
Wow, that's great. No wonder you've been so successful. So since you're so successful in the music industry, do you have any warm messages to younger aspiring creators and artists?
Believe in yourself and just keep on doing whatever you think is cool. And then, door will be open soon. So, don't stop trying.
Great, don't stop trying. Just keep on trying, right? And then the last question, the title of the show is Creative World. So what does the word creative mean to you? What is your own interpretation for the word creative?
My creative is to not fear the mistake.
Meaning?
Sometimes creation comes from mistakes. I have many experience that I can tell that were great mistakes. Maybe that's not what I planned, but something new that I haven't had before, and I noticed myself getting excited. We are never perfect. We are okay not to be perfect. Just one wrong note might change your life.
Well, that's a really encouraging, positive message. Thank you very much. Today's guest was her0ism, music producer, songwriter who has earned over 90 number ones and 120 platinum records worldwide. Thank you very much, her0ism. It was such a pleasure to have you on our show.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Next, we have some interesting materials to show you all. Stay tuned.
Some say there's no need to reinvent the wheel. Sure, unless you can make it better. All tires aren't created equal. The Nitto Ridge Grappler. Spiral wound construction enables our truck tires to be aggressive and ride incredibly smooth. Our tread and sidewall designs deliver off-road performance for even the most demanding terrain, while computer-simulated tread design delivers a quiet and comfortable ride on the highway. The Ridge Grappler goes beyond expectations. Nitto Tire, fueled by enthusiasts.
I would like to introduce some of recent works in US. From Ikiro, Chinchou and the theme song of Yashahime, Burn by News. The group I've been producing for many years, to Senorita by Guillaume Varela and Matlack, released from Spinning Record. Many international works are born in this studio. This is my favorite creative place visited by artists from Japan and all over the world. Okay, so firstly, Sam Bruno. As a platinum songwriter and producer, recording artist, she has worked with some of the music industry's biggest names such as Kanye West, Nicki Minaj, and Lady Gaga, among others. Her hit single Search Party was featured as a lead song in the motion picture Paper Towns. I had the opportunity of producing the single Cry, recorded in an EP that will be released this month, with Sam and Bishop, her producer. Sam gave me this special video to share with you guys. Check it out.
Hi, my name is Sam Bruno. I am a platinum songwriter, producer, artist, and engineer. I am so grateful to know Hero and to work with him. He is a phenomenal producer. Not only is he a very talented musician, but he's just an amazing human being. He's one of the sweetest, kindest, most genuine people I've ever met. My partner Bishop and I met Hero a few years ago. Right when we met, we had a chemistry and just hit it off. We got in the studio and just started making some great music together.
Wait, there's part 2. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.